Hi, Leos. Welcome to Golden Truth Tarot. Today's reading is going to be your yearly predictions for 2025. I'm going to discuss with you every single month starting from January all the way till December. I'm also going to give you a lot of guidance and important information based on Western astrology, based on numerology, based on the Chinese zodiac, and of course, based on the tarot cards. So let's get started with today's reading. Starting from January 2025, where in the beginning of the month, you're going to find yourself in a particular situation, something that is going to cause you some stress, something that is going to make you feel like there is no way to fix this, your back is against the wall, you're going to be very concerned, you see no options, or the options that you see are very limited. What's important here is to share what is concerning you, what's bothering you with others, because it's clear that the problem is something that can easily be fixed. You just don't know, you just don't have the answer. So once you talk to someone, and it can be someone from your friend group, it can be someone from your family, it can be someone that you work with, they're immediately going to tell you, oh, that can be fixed easily, this is what you do, they're going to be there for you. And Leos tend to have a lot of friends, you're very popular, you're someone who has a lot of positive energy, and you radiate that optimism, and you're always, usually Leos are very optimistic and in a good mood, so that makes you be someone who is always surrounded by others. And that's the main energy of the beginning of the year, knowing that you're not alone, knowing that you have help, knowing that you have support is going to be very, very beneficial. And also, finding out this information is going to make you feel more confident and more strong. And even in February, something that you have been skeptical about, something that you have been avoiding for some time, something that you maybe had heard some information but you weren't clear. I see you almost in a crossroads, not knowing what to do. But because of the realizations from January, also having a lot of support, you're going to go back to feeling like your true self. You're going to feel very strong, very powerful, and immediately you're going to make a decision. You're going to choose a path, either the options that you have in front of you, or a completely different path. It doesn't matter. You're going to say to yourself, I'm not going to keep being passive anymore. I am strong. I am a leader. I'm going to decide for myself and for my future, and you're going to do so. And it can affect different areas of your life, because of course this is a general reading, but what is the most important thing is that you are feeling like the king or the queen that you are. You feel like you're on your full potential. You're strong, you're confident, you know what you want, you know you have options, and you're going to apply them into your life to make the best for yourself. That's the main energy of February. And in March, I do see you feeling tired. There's a lot of things that you have to do, there's a lot in your plate that you want to accomplish. This is a time where you're going to feel with a lot of energy, meaning you're going to maybe even take a lot of things to yourself. You want to accomplish this and that and that. And by the end of the month, that can feel like it's a lot. It's a lot for you to continue the same schedule. And for some Leos, this can just mean you're trying too hard. You're working out a lot. You've tried to put all these goals upon yourself that all of them you have to accomplish within a month, and it's going just is going to feel like almost a chore. If you remove the fun out of doing things, it can be hard for Leos to stick to a specific routine. If it becomes too boring, too monotonous, if you're going to the gym every day at the same time, you're doing the same kind of workouts, if you are sticking to a very strict regime when it comes to eating or how you're taking care of yourself, it can become, you might be focused for 1 week, but after that is going to be too much to it's not going to be fun anymore, it's not going to be enjoyable anymore. So keep that in mind, to be as flexible with yourself as you can, to listen to your body and see how long you can sustain something and when you need to make certain changes. I also see that you're going to, some Leos um, are going to feel in a position of confronting someone who has a role, who is very in authority. This can be you feeling overwhelmed because you're applying to get something from the government, and the rules and the regulations are so strict and so difficult to accomplish that you're feeling like you're stuck into having to do more and more and more. For others, this can be someone in your life who has a position of power, someone who is very strong, very strict. They want things done a certain way, and then there's no negotiation, there's no way around it. This can be for some of you, someone it's who you are in a relationship with, or it can be a father figure, it can be someone who you even work with. But still, the stress that you're receiving from this person that is older than you, that is in a position of power, it's going to cause some feelings of being overwhelmed and just too much. He's too much to deal with at times during March. Especially if this person has a lot of fire energy like you do. You feel like you get along, and this person can have their ascendant or sun sign, especially in Aries, but it can also be another Leo or a Sagittarius. Then you're going to feel like you're constantly bumping heads with one another, and the authority that they have and the control and the dominance that they have is just too much, too much. For some Leos, if you work in a male dominated industry, or your culture, your environment is very patriarchal in the way things are done, you might feel overwhelmed by that, by the males in your life. You might feel like it's just too much pressure on you to be perfect, to do more and more and more, to the point where you just feel too tired and too overwhelmed, and you feel like you're never doing enough, or you can never reach that level of perfectionism that is asked of you. Now, when it comes to April, April is going to be a time where you're going to focus on memories, the past, a time where life used to be much more easier than now. I do see some you spending money, feeling concerned about your finances, Leos, in April, not having enough, something unexpected happening during this time that is going to make you spend more. Um, and that's going to create some sort of turmoil because you want to live a very comfortable life. Leos love luxury. Leos tend to spend a lot as well. You are the number one sign in the zodiac who spends the most money. So for what can be considered, for some people can be considered a decent life, for Leos it's not enough. For Leos is mediocre. For Leos is no, this I'm not doing well. Someone else can have your exact life and live comfortably and feel at peace. For you, that's not enough. You need more. You need to be more established financially. That's the main energy of April. And also I see you focusing on family and children, especially for those Leos who have children. You're concerned about their future. You don't have enough what you expect. There's not enough there. You want to make sure that you can give them everything. And Leos tend to be very, very generous, especially with their own children. You want to give them the world. You want to give them the best life possible, the best childhood possible. And financially, at times when you can't provide for them the way you want to provide for them, is going to make you feel guilty. It's going to make you feel like, I'm not doing enough, I'm not doing well, I should be doing more, I should be making more, I should have more options. So try to also enjoy time with them, because children, all they need is quality time with their parents. They need to know that you're there for them, or even if you're spending time with your nieces or your nephews, sometimes all they need is your presence and you playing with them and you completely being focused on them, than just material things that they can enjoy for the time being, have fun, play a little bit, and then forget about it. But those memories that you build are going to be there forever. And the things that matter the most sometimes don't cost anything. Now let's move on to May, because during May, Leos, I see you turning your back to something that is not working for you anymore. Something that has run its course, something that has caused you a lot of disappointment in the past. And you're going to, once you talk to someone with a lot of air energy in your life, someone who has their ascendant or sun sign in either Gemini, in Libra, or in Aquarius, this person is going to really help you understand logically, rationally, something that you've been going through emotionally with someone. And their guidance, their help is going to assist you to make that decision, is going to be that final thought for you to come to a conclusion, and to decide that yes, you need to focus on your future, you need to close this chapter of your life and leave everything behind. And don't forget, Leos, 2025, it's a number 9 year in numerology. Okay, so 2 plus 2 plus 5 equals 9. 9 is all about ending, and it's all about new beginning as well. So big changes usually happen during a number 9. Changes where someone or some people in our life, they're not supposed to be in the next decade. They tend to leave if the relationships have been consumed and there's nothing left, or these people don't help us get to a better place. They sometimes will leave from will distance themselves, we distance themselves from them in a number 9 year, and we focus on new relationships. We focus on what we're trying to manifest and accomplish in the next decade. So use that energy of the 9 as a transition between who you are as a person, in what experiences you've had, what you've gone through in the past 9 years, and who you want to be in the next decade. So what kind of people you want to have close to you, what kind of friends you want to have close to you, what kind of situations you're willing to tolerate, you're not willing to tolerate. So this can also be a change in yourself, how you see yourself, how you think about certain things in your life. This can also be an indication of leaving something behind, closing almost like a karmic cycle, because it's a number 1 8, because it's a number 8 energy. And that 8, it's all about your power, it's all about closing the karmic chapter, something that has been going on in 2024 that you're deciding to completely finish and close in 2025 in May. Now, Leo, let's move on to June 2025. During this month, the worries and the concerns that you have about money and about your finances is going to put you in a position where you're going to find other ways financially, where you're going to ask for help, or you're going to try and apply for a loan, or try and apply for a new credit card, or try and apply to consolidate your debt. So, finding different ways how you can manage all the bills that you have acquired, the fact that you have fallen behind, you're going to see what else can you do. But I'm seeing clearly that the help that you're asking for, and you might even apply for some sort of from the government, some sort of application, or some sort of if there is anything that you can do to help you in any way possible, you're going to look at all those options. But I do see that those options are going to come with a price, with a higher price. So either the interest rate is going to be much higher, either you're going to qualify for a smaller amount than what you want, or if you're borrowing the money from someone, then you're going to have to pay them back with interest, and it can create problems in your relationship down the line. So be mindful and truly evaluate, is this is the best option for you, or this is the best thing that you can do under the circumstances. You do have someone who is very loving, is very caring, very nurturing and supportive, someone who has a lot of water energy in June that is going to try and help you as much as they can. They have their sun or their ascendant in either Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. And this person, as I said, very loving, very nurturing, very caring emotionally. If you want to talk to someone, if you want to vent, if you need someone close to you, they're always there. But they can't help you financially. Maybe they don't have the means to help you. Maybe they just don't believe in mixing the two together, friendship or someone that you know with your finances. No matter what the situation, you can count on this person for emotional help, for emotional support. But financially, they're also very stingy. They're very careful with money, how to spend their money. They can tell you, they can give you some good advice to get yourself out of this particular problem, out of this particular situation. So try to listen to their advice, consider it, and that is going to maybe this person maybe can tell you how you can save, how you can manage things a little bit better to get to a place where you don't need to ask as much, when you're not creating even more problems for yourself or even more debt for yourself. Now, July is going to be a very interesting year for a lot of Leos, because you're going to find out the truth about something that was going on behind your back, someone who was lying to you, someone who was deceiving you. You're going to realize what was going on, and this is something that it's going to break the image that you have of this person, of this sincerity. You thought they were so pure, you thought they were so honest with you, you thought you had this beautiful bond together. And once you realize that, you're going to question everything else that you have with this person. And it can be a different situation, particular situation for different Leos. For some, this can be if you are in a relationship and you have maybe some doubts, or you see some red flags in July. You can find out that this person was talking to someone else, or you can find out that they have already created another relationship that was going on parallel to the same time that they were dating you. Um, um, if you are just talking to someone during this time, for those Leos who are single and you're in those first the stages of getting to know someone, you're going to realize that they have promised you something else, they've said something else to you, and in the meantime, they were having also talking to having the same conversations with other people as well. Yeah, this is a reality call, a reality check for a lot of Leos, because you're going to see that things have changed. Maybe when in the past you might have had this complete focus on yourself, you might have not even questioned that someone was obsessed with you. Now you're going to see that things have changed. There's a change in how people date, how people interact with one another. It can affect, I do see some Leos, this can be also someone that you know from your childhood. Okay, a childhood friend, someone you grew up with, or someone who is part of your family that you've known your entire life, that you're surprised that this person can plan or talk behind your back. And you remember the two of you as children, the two of you with that innocence from life, from the beginning, and now you don't even recognize this person. Is almost as you want to remember them for who they were as children, and you don't want to see this side of them, this ugly side of them, what they have turned into as adults. That's the sense of sadness and disappointment that I see during July. And it can also be something that you might be blowing out of proportion, because at times Leos tend to be very dramatic and tend to um, just immediately, when they hear something or they come into conclusions and they think, okay, this is something else. Because for a lot of you, things will change after a bad fight or after very problematic confrontation. You're going to have to talk to one another. You're going to clarify a lot of things. And by the end of August of 2025, you're going to leave everything behind and make peace with, especially couples. You're going to focus on your relationship, focus on the family that you have created together, especially if you have children. You're going to realize that maybe you overreacted and it wasn't the way you thought it was, that everything wasn't as bad and as as complicated, or it wasn't actually what you thought it was. That there's a good chance here of just a misunderstanding and a confusion happening during July. For others, if this is someone that you're not in a relationship with, then you're going to have that final confrontation with them, and then you're going to completely cut them out of your life and focus solely on your family and the people who you truly value and are there close to you at all times. That's the main energy of August. And also, if you want to see how it's going to be for you this year, it's important to also look at your Chinese zodiac, Leos. So, the year you were born is very, very important. If you were born in the year of the snake, for example, 1989 is the year of the snake, 2025 is the year of the snake, so you are in your same energy. That means this is a very lucky, good year for you. This is a time for you to shine. This is a time for you to make big life decisions, changes, open businesses, get married, have a family, buy a house, change careers, anything, travel the world, or do a trip that you always wanted to do. This is a time for you to make those big decisions, because the energy is aligned with your energy, and it's very beneficial. It happens once every 12 years, so you're not going to have an opportunity like this in another 12 years. So take advantage of this energy and maximize it. Also, very beneficial for people born in the year of the ox or the year of the rooster. For example, roosters 1 year is 1993, oxes are 1997. But if you want to check specifically for you, just Google the year you were born in Chinese zodiac. Now, who has to be very careful are Leos who are born in the year of the pig. For example, 1983 is the year of the pig. This is considered a bad year for you, or a year that it's not a good year, it's unlucky year. So the best thing to do is to try to play it as safe as possible. Don't make any big changes. Don't try to start anything new, make any important decisions. Just try to keep everything the way it is without risking anything, and just keeping things flowing as smooth as possible. Also, people born in the year of the cat or the year of the rat, people born in the year of the tiger or the year of the goat are not going to be in a very positive or beneficial year. Leos born during this time. So keep that in mind also from the beginning of the year in terms of the changes that you make throughout 2025. Now let's move on to September. September is going to be a time where you have a lot of good things going on for you, Leos, but it's almost as like you can't enjoy it as much as you want to. You don't have enough time to relax, you don't have enough time to go out, you feel like you're not the main character in your story anymore. Life is taking a turn that you have to do a lot of things that might be very boring, very monotonous, and you don't feel like your true self, and you feel like you're also not manifesting the things that you want. You're almost stuck into same cycles, into the same repetitive behavior, into not getting the results that you're looking for, or that you want for yourself. This can be for different reasons. Number one, if you're not happy and content and grateful with what you currently have, which you do have a lot of blessing. The sun is an indication of having a very prosperous life, and being in a position where you do have a lot of love around you, a lot of blessings. If you're not appreciative of what you have and you're constantly looking for more and more and more and more, that can also block you and block your future. Um, because how you asking for more if you're not happy with what you already have? And also some patterns, some negative patterns can also be blocking you as well. So this can include any addiction. This can include any negative way of thinking. This can be arrogance, your own ego, can be different factors for different Leos. Don't forget, we are in a snake year in 2025, and the snake always sheds its skin, meaning you have to remove that layer of things that don't work for you anymore, release that, and focus on positive things and show the world a better version of yourself. And this is why, Leos, for 2025, the crystal that I recommend for you, it's the amethyst. And of course, you can use it during this year, but you can use it anytime you feel you need this energy. And the message for you says the answers are inside of you. Relax, meditate, and look towards the future. Now, amethyst is a fantastic crystal to release anything that is toxic, anything that is blocking you, especially if you suffer from any addiction. any substance abuse, alcohol abuse, if you can be present and relaxed in the moment, if you're too much focused on yourself, it's all about you, and your ego. Amethyst can help you remove that, can help you relax, can help you meditate, and can help you be in a higher state of consciousness because it activates your third eye chakra. This way you're looking at things from a higher perspective. You're understanding that you're exactly where you need to be in life, that there is no rush, that everything is happening for a purpose and for a reason. And in this way, by removing those blockages, it can also help you meditate, and it can help you easier transform your life and manifest and bring into your reality all the things that you want for yourself, but not because that's what you want, but because that's what's best for you and for your higher purpose and for your life journey to be complete. So if you're struggling with what is making you happy, with what can you ask more in life, or you feel like you don't have a specific purpose or a goal, wearing amethyst, meditating with amethyst can be very beneficial. These two rings, you can find them, two amethyst rings, you can find them on my website. You can also find the bracelet as well, the amethyst bracelet. And you can find also amethyst necklace with this beautiful um, star, amethyst star. So if you are interested, you can order them online on my website on www.goldentruthtarot.com. Shipping is worldwide. Remember, amethyst is your stone for 2025. It's very helpful, very beneficial for all Leos. And this is going to help you get out of this blockage that you feel during September. Now, when it comes to October, October is going to be a month where you're going to have someone around you, someone who's fun, someone who it's going to help you get out of the monotony of life and everyday things that you're doing. Be careful if you are single and if you're meeting someone new during October, especially someone who has their ascendant or sun sign in either Gemini, Libra, or in Aquarius. This is a person who um, has gotten themselves in trouble before because they don't think, they just go with how they feel, their instinct, their impulses. And it can be fun hanging out with them, it can be fun being around them. um, but you can also find yourself in the same issues, in the same problems as them while you're um, and I also see signs of someone who's aggressive, someone who has had problems with the law before, someone who is very impulsive in the way they do things. So they can meet you and immediately plan something with you or want to travel with you. And if they don't get their way, then they tend to be aggressive. And if you don't agree to what they're saying, there is a difference between having fun with someone and someone just being immature and reckless and putting themselves into problematic and having problematic behaviors and putting themselves in problematic situations. So yeah, as much as this person is interesting and they're fun to hang out with and enjoy their company, think about long term how this friendship is affecting you, or how this person is affecting you, or this relationship is affecting you. So think about it and focus more on long term, not just instant gratification. It's almost a test that I'm seeing for a lot of Leos. So you want to be a better version of yourself. You want to put yourself in a better place financially, especially when it comes to your finances. I see a lot of concern about money and finances, and yet here you are hanging out with someone who just spends their money, who are not stable, who are living their life with that moment, impulsiveness, rush. It's a test. It's a test from the universe. It's a test to see how you can handle and how responsible you are for your next stage in life. So a lot of you might pass this particular test, and others might fail. So it's all up to you, Leos. What do you want? If you have a certain specific goals for yourself, then you have to focus on them, and you can't allow anyone to derail you from those goals and from the things that you want to achieve. When it comes to November of 2025, as I said, that influence of this person is not, it's not good influence. It's not good influence because immediately something that I see working, have been working so hard for a long time, it's like you're giving up. You're giving up. You're saying, I can't do it. It's too much. It's too much to deal with. And this is absolutely something that you have to see through, because the nine is telling me that you're very close to accomplishing something. So even though you feel very tired and frustrated, it's important. It's important to finalize everything. And it's also you're going to come to a realization, especially with the air sign, that the two of you are in different directions in life. You have different plans, you have different desires, you have different things that you want for yourself. So that relationship, for those of you that knowing this person, that friendship, that is going to end quickly. It's going to be intense and fun for as long as it lasts, but it's going to end quickly. For others, I do see some issues with your vehicle, with your car during November, some issues that are going to make you feel like you need to invest, you need to buy a new one, you need to make some changes. Maybe you have been trying to fix certain things, to repair certain things, but you know that it's time for a new one. It's time for a new car. It's time for you to upgrade. That's what I'm feeling for a lot of you, Leo. So make sure you are planning. If you know you have an old vehicle or you've been having problems, make sure you are constantly having a specific budget, money that you're putting aside, that you're saving towards that goal, in order for you to be able, by the end of the year, to be able to buy a new one or finance a new one. Now, December is, it's interesting. It's interesting because I do see some very, very good news happening for you in December. Something that you're going to feel very proud, something that you're going to feel very happy and accomplished with yourself. It's very important to stay humble, though, Leos. It's very important not to allow that success that is coming your way in December to get into your head. Still try to stay relaxed, try to understand that this is just this is a temporary win. It's a win that you need to celebrate, of course, be proud of yourself, but also don't allow that to create conflicts, or for people to see you as, oh, look at Leo now. They think they're all that. They think that they can do anything. They think they're better than us, because you have some very good positive people around you that want to celebrate you. They're happy for your successes. So don't start being paranoid about who really cares, who loves you and who doesn't, and to show off. That's the energy, because I'm seeing with when it comes to yourself, uh, even though you're happy and you're victorious and you're feeling great, there you're also going to be very aggressive and very territorial with some other people around you, especially there's going to be a confrontation or a conflict with another fire sign. So someone who has their ascendant or sun sign in either Aries, in Leo, another Leo, or in Sagittarius, almost like the battle of two fire signs. And it's all about the fact that you're shining. You have the center stage. This is a great time for those Leos who want to get recognition online. If you're working online, or you want to get recognition in your community, or at your job, you want people to know that you're number one, you're best, you're the best. There's some challenge, end of the year challenge, end of the year reward that you're going to win, and your name is going to be known throughout the company, or it's going to be known in your community, and that is what is going to cause some jealousy and some competition with other fire signs, or even you yourself having all that attention get to your head, and then having emotional, almost like emotional outbursts during this time. But the main things that I'm seeing for you is manage your finances better during 2025. Release anything that is stopping you, Leo, so ego or any sort of addictions, and focus to be a better version of yourself. Okay, this is everything that I see for you guys for 2025. I hope you have a wonderful year. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me a like, a comment, and of course subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on future readings. Thank you, and I see you next time. Bye bye.